William Penn, founder of Pennsylvania and one of the first champions of expressive freedoms in American colonies, once lived in this neighborhood. Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently in the city of Philadelphia. Today we're going to be doing a drive-through of the East Oak Lane neighborhood. Right now we're at the intersection of 71st Ave and Old York Road. We got cloudy skies. It's a little over 48 degrees right now. We're traveling southbound on Old York Road. We're approaching Elwood School on our right-hand side. We have Holy Angels Parish Korean Catholic Church on our right. Let's make this left-hand turn coming up at the Bromley Houses Apartments. Now, if you guys are familiar with my West Oak Lane tour, you know that I mentioned how this area architecturally was a bit more appealing. Check out that classic truck on my left. I like it. It's a dually full cab, and it looks like they're working on the body. Yeah, this neighborhood is a little bit more visually appealing. The styles of houses look more extravagant. They're single homes in many cases. If you go left, you'll hit 70th Ave. If you go right, you'll hit 12th Street. We're coming off of Lakeside Ave. Check out the property in front of me. There's a car behind me. I'm going to allow this vehicle to go around just so we're not influenced to go faster. Okay, they ended up going left. Now I want you guys to take in some of these properties. Take a look at them. This is Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. This is Philly. This is about a good 15, 20-minute drive, give or take, from Kensington, if you want to put that into perspective. A lot of these houses are huge in comparison to the row homes that are all scattered throughout Philly. So East Oak Lane is a neighborhood at the northern end of North Philadelphia Planning District. Many of the houses in the neighborhood are large single homes or twins built at a later period than much of North Philadelphia. There's also a significant number of typical Philadelphia row houses. Check out the property on my right-hand side. Huge properties, guys. Very large footprints. Look at the vegetation that surrounds the property. Look how much yard space they have. They can fit probably 15, 20 row houses just in their yard. And they got a nice double-deck garage on my right. For example, look at this property right here with the large staircase that takes you up to the front entrance. Beautiful properties, beautiful. And they just get more beautiful as you get deeper into East Oak Lane. So this area of Philadelphia was first settled in 1683 as William Penn's first neighborhood. In 1695, a Welsh man named Griffith Miles bought 250 acres of land and built a log home along a dirt road that would later be known as Oak Lane. The area became known as Milestown in 1711, and as farming began to flourish, water-powered mills were built. We're traveling about 6 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. We're approaching Oak Lane. Didn't we just mention Oak Lane? We have the Free Library Oak Lane branch on our right-hand side. Let's make this left. We're going to turn left on Oak Lane, the 1100 block of Oak Lane. Look at this house on my left-hand side. Beautiful. Oh, wow. And there's two seniors that are right in front of the property going in. She looks like she's probably in her 70s, maybe a healthy 80. Wow. That's awesome. Some of these homes are magnificent. Look at that. Look at the shape of the roof, the pitch of the roof. All right, we got the Refuge Evangelical Baptist Church. Right at 11th and Oak Lane. Let's make this left-hand turn. You got Oak Lane Presbyterian Church on our right. We're gonna turn left, and we're gonna continue to admire the neighborhood. The good thing about Oak Lane, or both Oak Lanes, West and East Oak Lane, is they're far enough to be away from some of the nonsense. Make note how I say some of the nonsense, because crime and unfortunately mischief does take place in this neighborhood still, like many other neighborhoods in Philly. But it's far enough to be away from general nonsense, but close enough to just take a drive down Broad Street and head to Center City, Philadelphia in about 15 minutes, depending on traffic. You know what I mean? If it's rush hour, you might take a little longer. If there ain't no traffic, you go on a Sunday, during a holiday morning, you might be able to get to City Hall in 10 minutes. Look at the porches. These are 2-3-story homes. They are large homes, ladies and gentlemen. They're pretty much like suburban style, suburban-esque, you know? That urban suburban living. And considering that this was William Penn's first neighborhood, that goes to show you it still has its historical character. A lot of the historical value, like the stones that were used, the type of materials. Some of the homes don't look like they've been refinished in decades. So that Oak Lane branch that we passed still operates in its historic 1910 building. So that building was made in 1910. We're at Lawnton Ave and 69th. I want to point to this property on the left, just so that you guys can take a look at it. There's some bigger ones back there. Wow, behind me. This one's a little bit more dense. So some of the East Oak Lane area, they're large homes and they have their own footprint of land. Some of these, for example, I was gonna kind of turn into the property, but we have a car coming directly towards us. Some of these are a bit closer. For example, wow, look at this. I have to show you guys this huge footprint of property that they have here. Look at this big old footprint. They have a little mini 2-story row home looking thing in the back of their property. A huge piece of land, a huge driveway, and a property directly in front with a porch and all that cool stuff. I came through here a couple years ago when I documented this area, and they were working on that. So it looks like they, I guess, repaired it a bit. Now, I do remember signs from neighborhood residents forbidding gentrification in this area and new developers because they want to keep that same style. Look at this type of style. You see it? Looks beautiful, guys. It looks really, really, really nice, man. And then with all of the leaves and everything, it gives it that nice Goosebumps vibe. Like if you ever watched the Goosebumps movie, R.L. Stein's Goosebumps movies, you could probably shoot one of those films or TV series in this neighborhood and you wouldn't be able to tell that it's Philadelphia. We're at Lawnton Ave, Oak Lane. There you go. Here's another nice one. Lawnton. Let's make this left on the 1000 block of Oak Lane. We just came off of Lawnton. Look at that one on my right. Look at the rooftop. Look at that swirly cone at the end. That's a little balcony. That's like a little gazebo, or I should say, yeah, balcony. I think balcony's more forgiving. Yeah, that's a little balcony that they had up top of their house, yo. That is decent. That is so cool. Refuge Temple, House of Prayer. We're at 10th and Oak Lane. Let's make this right-hand turn. Look at that house right there in the corner on the left. Philadelphia has many neighborhoods that are like this, hidden gems with beautiful architecture. Pretty much hidden in plain sight, because if you drive up Broad Street and you never turn right, you would never know. Like if you're driving northbound on Broad Street towards Cheltenham and you never turn right and you just like travel to and from work, you would never know that little areas like this exist unless you go and explore them. So here are several notable residents who have called this neighborhood home. You have Noam Chomsky, linguist and political theorist who grew up in East Oak Lane on Fairhill Street. Oh, snap, Fairhill Street. Vivian Green. Miss Vivian Green was a singer, songwriter, and pianist. Leslie Odom Jr., Tony Award-winning actor who originated the role of Aaron Burr in 2015's Broadway musical Hamilton. Hugh Panero, actor who played the title role in The Phantom of the Opera on Broadway for over 8 years, between 1999 and 2014. And obviously William Penn. And you could probably find out maybe a couple more independent people grew up in this area who are probably not acknowledged. All right, we're at 66 Ave and 10th Street. Now, if we go forward, which I'll probably go forward just one block, but I'll go forward to show you how there is a mix of houses over here. They have the more traditional looking row homes directly in front of us. Now, AreaVibes.com compiled the crime stats of East Oak Lane and West Oak Lane. So I wanted to get a better look at East Oak Lane because we already covered West Oak Lane, and I don't want to regurgitate the same information from West Oak Lane. So based on niche.com, this neighborhood receives a B- rating based on violent and property crime rates. So violent crime and property crimes give this neighborhood a B-. You can see these houses on our right, 1 story. Then you got the 2-story ones on our left. Now, there was a poll. Based on 10 responses, the poll options were, how do you feel in this area? Option 1, pretty safe. There is some crime, but it doesn't impact me. 50% voted that answer. Very safe. There is really no crime to speak of. 30% voted that answer. Somewhat safe. There is noticeable crime, and there are times I don't feel safe. 20% voted that answer. Let's make this right-hand turn. We have somebody behind us beeping dramatically. We're at Launton, 65th and Launton. Check out that Grinch. The Grinch just drove by us. The one in that Altima or Nissan, whatever the heck it was. Check it out. Look at Mr. Grinch. Yo, that's decent. That is decent. Let's make a left, and then we'll whip our hair back and forth, and we'll go back around the other block. Just because, let's see what this block looks like. It shows you a nice variety of properties. Oh, check out that. Ooh, you see that on my left? El Camino with the Monte Carlo Super Sport front end. Yo, did my eyes just deceive me? That thing was beautiful. That had a Monte Carlo Super Sport front end. The 1986, 1987 Monte Carlo SS front. But that was on a El Camino body. Like, was that original from the factory, or was that a conversion? That was juicy. That thing was lovely. That was a nice whip. We're at Shelton Ave and Launton Ave. Yeah, we're getting close to the border, so let's make this right-hand turn. So CBS News reports on September 27th, 2022, man shot in critical condition in East Oak Lane. As I mentioned earlier, crime does take place here. Doesn't matter how pretty and beautiful the neighborhood is. We're at 11th and Shelton Ave. On June 29th, 2022, 20-year-old man shot multiple times in the chest, Philadelphia East Oak Lane. Another classic on our left. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, Malibu. A Super Sport Malibu. Oh, hey, he had something else fly in his driveway in his garage, yo. Man, they got some gems around here. Gems on top of gems. Here's another one. August 5th, 2022. 2 men shot while filling tire with air at East Oak Lane gas station. Fox 29 reports. Whoa, look at that. You can't even put air inside your tire. Look at this driveway on my right. Look at this property. They have a whole, like, a little miniature hill that goes up to their property. Man, look at that, bro. That's nice and simple. Look at these houses on my left. The more north you get, the bigger the houses get. The more south you get, then they start to get more traditional, like row homes. Look at this yellow one, this canary yellow one on my left. Gorgeous properties. And to think that they're old and original still. They probably have some nice fixtures, nice wood choice options, and details from back in the day, you know what I mean? Back then when they cared about those little architectural details, nowadays the houses be all looking the same. They don't put that much effort. Like you remember? You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say like the banister or like the floorboards. The floorboards or the ceilings, and there was so much detail and carving and floral design and woodwork and architecture. Now, they put them basic floorboards from Home Depot. I know I called it Home Depot on purpose. It's Home Depot, but still. Yo, that's crazy. Honda Accord on my left. Does it got the wheel locks? Does it got the wheel locks? Yeah, it does. You see? At least they be thinking. Yo, look at this crib right here. Hold on, I gotta reverse. We got two completely looking cribs right next to each other that look gorgeous. That one on my left. Go ahead, Tesla. Go ahead, Tessie. Look at that one on my left with the nice tall podiums. And then the one on my right. The one on my right's nice too. The one right next to that with the burgundy Jeep in the driveway. Ooh, and the whole driveway's paved. Ooh, that was a cool $30,000 of cement. Yo, listen, look at the joint on my right. I don't even like blue, but y'all could give me that. With the double car garage, with the basketball court. I ain't even a basketball player, but guess what? I'm going to start hooping. I'm going to be outside of my chancletas trying to play some basketball. We at 12th and 65th Ave. Wow. Here's one dating from last year. October 28th, 2021. I wasn't even in Philly. We were actually we was crossing the country. We was on our cross-country trip. October 28th, 2021, a 16-year-old boy was gunned down in front of his twin sister in East Oak Lane on Tuesday night after they arrived home from work. Wow, my condolences go out to that family and to that sister, most importantly, because she saw that was her twin, right? Her twin. So they were the ones, what's that called, like a fraternal twin, when they both, they don't look alike, or they could look alike, but it's a male and a female. Wow, so she lost her sibling that she was connected to from the womb. Damn, that sucks, man. That goes to show you. So no matter how pretty the area is for face value, yes, this is cleaner than Kensington. We know that. We can all agree on that. But, you still got to be on your P's and Q's when you travel this area, as you should all of the globe.